football. It's the Vikes and the Niners, and it's coming up next.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Bronk. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Alongside Brock Ewart, I'm Kate Scott. To this game, Brock, well, there is no hiding who the spotlight is on. When you've got two quarterbacks of this caliber on the same field, we know all eyes go directly to them.
Yeah, both of these QBs enjoy their status as some of the best at the position in the game. They also crave these kind of matchups, Kate, where there's somebody else from that elite tier standing right on the other sideline. These type of peers bring out the very best in each other, and of course, they both want to secure a marquee win over the other today.
Under clear, sunny skies, we are ready for football. And off we go in Santa Clara. Scott now to return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading the way is their fourth-year QB.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They go play action here. Hauled in left side. And he's tackled for a short gain. So off our first snap, we already have a pause for injury. One of the linebackers out there in some discomfort and being checked on. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From midfield now. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Whew, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. So second down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Connects on the crosser. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They send a man in motion. They'll try and punch it in. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. He'll throw it into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. doing it. He's on the move, and they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Here comes Williams on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming. They'll try and throw it here. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3 and out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. Minnesota all set to go for its 2nd drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few bluebirds.
It's a gain of 22. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Tight end going in motion here. First and 10, looking to throw. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. And he's able to get this down to the 13. They get 28 out of that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Toss now to the short side. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. The run nets them 9, so a little easier for them now. It's 3rd and 7.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
3rd down from the gun. This one's caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Brings in the kick at the 9. And look at this return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. San Francisco headed out for its second possession of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10 now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first. Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of third down, they're now defending 1st and 10. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. He's running with it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Dropping back to throw. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. A tight end in motion now. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
There was a theory some years ago, Kate, that you would never run play action on 3rd and extra long like this because that play action is really not going to affect the defense. But what you got to understand is many times you're running that play action because of the great protection. You're actually trying to give that quarterback an extra beat. Well, it didn't work out that time.
Punting unit out now. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackled on the play by Puna Ford.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 4. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
From the gun on 3rd down. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the 49ers will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. Play action on 1st down. Oh, he makes the catch. Impressive grab, but he should have let it go. They're going to lose yards.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They send a tight end in motion. On 2nd and 12 now. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. Cut out left. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Still sticking with the passing game. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing from the gun here. Has it downfield, working the left. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers start to fight back with their first points of this game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Scott now to return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Vikings now set to take the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A pickup there of 39. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll throw on first. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And now they have a first and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And they score! It's a Minnesota touchdown! The Vikings take a 13-point lead. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
They'll try this extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. To throw it on first down. He's got him, that's Swift. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a gain of 22, and it brings up a San Francisco first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 now from the 30. Back now, pressure on its way. Setting up the running back screen. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Throwing from the gun. He's got it. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers make it a one-score game before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Gamble now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings with a football here late in the half. And up by 8, not expecting them to get too aggressive this close to halftime. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10 now. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a short gain. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Airing it out to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Catch made underneath by the back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Second and 3 now. Back to throw now. A massive shot towards the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. So at the end of 2, the Vikings playing Road Warriors here. They've got the lead. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. We'll see the San Francisco offense first this half as they're headed out now. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this 3rd phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Now we're on the counter. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That was Max Melton who hauled him down there. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
One of the tight ends motioning right. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Pass play now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Off the mark there, incomplete pass.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Dialing up a receiver screen. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And they won't be able to return this one as it sails out of bounds. The Vikings, ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that first.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll run now on 2nd down. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackled on the play by Puna Ford.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
The Vikings getting their punt team out. And he'll try to hit this one well. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Hits him on the out route. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lone back gets the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Receiver in motion going left. They go play action on 1st. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, you can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. A give now from the gun. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Vikings returning their offense and this running back to the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted actually, so 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Plowing up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And the 49ers in a nickel set. 3rd down coming. Back to throw. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So here come the 49ers on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They send the tight end in motion. Play action on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's been in so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front had to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing from the gun here. And that one is dropped. Such great work to get all by himself, but he can't haul in the gimme, and that deep shot is missed. Wow. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw it again. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. He's dropping back to throw. Shakes himself free. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Vikings are going to take over from deep in their own side. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second and 8. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
He's back to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Punt team on the field. And they could really use a good one here. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. The 49ers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. To throw it on first down. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They send a receiver in motion right. Setting up to pass. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw. He finds Johnson. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. Touchdown, San Francisco. So there's part 1, Brock. They get the touchdown that they desperately needed. Now, you'd imagine, comes a try for 2.
You know, Kate, this might be just as tough as that touchdown. I know they work all week on their 2-point plays, but they're hard to execute. That being said, if they want to force overtime, this is a must.
So now, massive moment coming up for the 49ers as they go for 2. Here he is to throw. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails. That was the play they needed. Now gotta hope your defense or special teams can come through and get you that football back.
And the sooner the better, too, because time is not their friend. They always have the onside kick to bail them out, but after that, It might be time for this D coordinator to crank up the aggression meter, and you know every one of these defenders will be attacking the ball.
Approaching 90 seconds remaining in this game. Not much time. They've got to get this one back. And this is covered by the Vikings hands team. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
The Vikings taking the field on offense. They're out there with a lead that's down now to just 2 points, Brock. So you got to be cautiously aggressive, right? Try to run out the clock, but take care of the football because all it takes is a field goal to beat you.
How many times do these games we call come down to just one possession? Right? It's why these teams spend so much time situationally in the red zone, end of half, end of game. You got to live for these situations.
And this one does not go far. Timeout taken by the defense, their second, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Another carry for him. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. The defense takes its third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running it now out of the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Vikings into victory formation here as they take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.